There we go. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself. How are we all today? Are we good? Perfect, perfect. It's a little bit fresh this morning. For those of you that haven't met me, I'm Anna Maria. Welcome along. We're going to do some dynamic warm-up movements just to get our hips and our posterior chain of our legs warm. So I'd like you all up on your feet. Just make sure you do have some space to move forward and back. So starting with your feet under your hips, we're just going to roll through our feet first, rolling forwards and backwards first, coming up onto your tippy toes and then rolling back through your heels and pulling your toes up. Just roll your shoulders back, find a nice upright posture and just relax through your breathing. And then once you find an even center, I'd like you to step your right foot forward. So you're just going to bend the knee and then you're going to step back and change sides. So this is one of those warm-ups that you could do before you do any sort of exercise, before you do walking, high intensity. Hands can be on your hips. They might be by your side. We will be adding upper body movement shortly. So as you start to feel warmer, I want you to take a longer step forward. So you want your knees tracking forward and you want your back heel down. So I'll come quickly silent so you can see. So the idea is that you're going to feel that stretch through your hamstring, your calf in the back leg, whilst you're also stretching through the front of your hip as well. So the front leg doesn't get much benefit, but it's all the focus on the back leg. Now from here, you can add a reach forward. So start to add a little bit of rotation. The arm can reach towards your big toe, or you can reach the hand across the body. There's more to come, I promise. So now you'll be starting to notice that your movement is more like a deep lunge position. So getting that rotation happening. And then for more, you add the reach across. Reach up as you step back, reach across, reach up. So now we're opening up and accessing that movement through our shoulders, opening up through the front of the chest. It's one of those movements that you don't have to do for very long and you'll start to feel your body warming up. You'll start to feel more fluid in your movement so that we can straight away get into a little bit of a flow, get our body stretching a lot faster. I'm just going to do two more for me on each side. I hope you're starting to feel that much better. And stopping in the center. How do we feel? Let's test by reaching up. And you're going to sweep your arms down. So exhale, sweep the arms down. How do you feel as you sweep? Do you feel looser through your back? Do you feel looser through your hamstrings? If you want a little bit more of a challenge, keep your legs a little stiffer as you sweep. So more like you're doing a deadlift action, and you're going to notice a little bit more of a stretch through the back of your legs. Just let the arms grow heavy and really throw them back behind you. So that shoulder mobility should be a lot better than when we first started a few moments ago. Just do two more for me, please. Last one. And hold here with your arms up. Let's take the feet wide. And like we did last week, we're going to work like a circular motion. So I'll just show you first. You're going to circle around. And then go the other way as well. So just allow your arms to feel heavy. Keeping your core tight to allow your body to move freely and safely. Now your movement might be smaller or you might need to bend your knees. That's absolutely fine. All about just finding natural movement that your body feels comfortable with. So working different planes, it's really important. Our bodies were designed to not just move forward and back. We move around, circular, side to side. One more each way. I'm feeling so good already. And holding at the top. Beautiful. Keeping your feet wide, we're just going to add a little turn and a little wrap. So what you do is bend your knees. The way you're turning, you're releasing your opposite heel. So giving yourself a big hug. Looking around over your shoulder. Just assessing how you're feeling through your spine, through your back, how your arms and your shoulders are feeling. Are they feeling clicky? Are they feeling tight? We will sort out all of these areas today, I promise. A couple more. And release. Whew. Feeling warm. Yeah. Let's come towards the front of our mats if you have a mat. Otherwise, just standing with your feet directly under you. Let's breathe in and reach up. So taking your arms up nice and high. As we breathe out, we're going to forward fold. So soften the knees, belly to thigh, bring your hands to floor. Now either stepping or jumping back into plank. So bend your knees, core tight. Step or jump back, weight forward over your arms. Knees or toes, we crocodile down. So tuck your elbows in past your waist. And then we flip the feet and come into our up dog. So pull your shoulders back, squeeze your butt. Then we flip the feet into our down dog. First one for the morning. So even pressure through both of your hands. Let's press belly to thigh, tailbone high to the sky. And we're aiming to guide our heels down towards the floor. So just feel that stretch through the front of your chest and your shoulders, and as well as down the back of your legs. Now we're going to soften our knees. You're going to step your right foot forward in between your hands. Let's reach the arms up. So you might be up, or you might bring your knee down. Absolutely fine to be wherever you feel good today. Roll your shoulders back, gently tuck the tail under to access that stretch through the front of your hip. Take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we bring the hands down, and we're going to step forward into our fold. Just relax the shoulders. We're going to do that all over again. So let's breathe in and rise. We're going to breathe out and we fold straight back down. Soften your knees, place your hands either side of your feet, step or jump back to plank. From here, weight forward over arms, we crocodile back down. Whole body lowers as one. Then we flip the feet into our up dog. Open through your heart space and your collarbones. Then flip the feet and access your down dog. We spend a little bit more time in our down dog. Really allow your arms to push your body towards your legs. Remember, your tail is your highest point. Let's soften the knees and step our left foot forward this time. Finding the lunge, reach the arms up. We tuck tail under. We open the heart and we soften our shoulders. Just settle into the breath. Take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we bring the hands back down to the floor and we step into fold. We're going to do this twice more and work with our breath this time. So let's breathe in and rise. Let's breathe out and fold. Let's breathe in and jump or step back to plank. Let's breathe out and crocodile down. Breathe in into your up dog. And then breathe out into a down dog. Soften your knees, breathe in, right foot steps through into lunge. Breathe out, let's drop the back knee and open up the heart in front of the hip. Breathe in, let's bring the hands back down. Let's breathe out, step through to fold. One more time through, everybody. Let's rise. Let's fold. Step or jump back into your plank. Crocodile down. Find your up dog. And then flip your toes into your down dog. Soften knees, step left foot through to lunge. And then drop back knee, open up through the hip. You slowly bring the hands back down to the floor. And we step into fold. And we just settle here into our fold for a moment. So you can hold onto the back of the legs. You can bring your hands to the floor. You might like to cup your elbows. I'm going to quickly adjust my hair. It's gone to that stage. For those of you who do my classes regularly, you'll have a giggle. My hair never stays up when it gets too long, or when it's too clean. And it's both right now. Now from here, I'm going to face you. And wherever you are, just bring your hands to the floor And just adjust your feet wider. Go as wide as you feel comfortable to go. So the wider the better here. And we're going to straight away be focusing on our inner thigh and our adductors. So just bring your hands where they feel comfortable, floor, around your ankles. You might hold your elbows or you may reach your hands back. You may even rest your head down on the floor. It's all about thinking about pushing your tailbone up towards the sky and you're bringing your belly towards your thighs. So this is going to give you that ability to fold so much further forward and get a really nice stretch through the inner thighs. Now, even pressure through your toes as well. So just be mindful that you're not just rolling your feet outwards. Really gently anchor all of those toes evenly. Gently walk your hands back under your shoulders. I'd like you to place your left hand right at the center, so right in line in between your eye gaze. You're going to take your right arm up. Now what you're going to do is lift your chest and then think about turning. So you're pulling your right shoulder back, and your eyes are looking up towards your right fingertips. So imagine from your right fingers to your left hand, you could draw a perfect straight line. So it's a really nice twist. You're still pulling your tailbone up. So just finding a little bit of rotation, opening through the chest. For a little bit more, we're going to bind the hand today. So the hand is going to come either at your lower back, or if you can, try and bind the hand to your left hip. Maybe replace that hand on that upper thigh. And see if you can just revolve that shoulder back a little more. Just ensure that the pelvis stays level. So with the feet being wide, it's going to be really hard for you to twist anyway. And take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to unbind the hand and change sides. So you're replacing now, your right hand is right at the center, right in between your eye gaze. Now we're taking our left arm up. And you may notice initially this side's tight. That's absolutely fine. Totally normal as well. Keep your shoulder down, just relax. You'll start to notice that the stretch in your adductors is starting to feel better. If that's the case, you might be leaning forward out of the pose. Try and press the tailbone up towards the sky. I'm going to add that bind in as well. So let's take the hand behind. And just take the hand where it feels comfortable. Try not to be too forceful. Roll the shoulder back and keep relaxing through your breath. Nice and settled, nice and calm. Let's take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to bring the hand back down to the floor. Now from here, we're going to do our little ice skater lunge that we did a couple of weeks back. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our feet in a little bit closer. We're just going to roll up slowly first, just so we're nice and comfortable. Now from here, let's start on our right side. So you're going to bend into your right leg, and if you feel comfortable, you're going to bring your hands down to the floor. From here, you're going to pull up your left toes. You're just going to guide the hips down as far as you feel comfortable. So you're going to feel a really strong stretch. You may be higher or you may be here. There is no right or wrong. Everybody's mobility is different. Please listen to your body. If you feel comfortable, come upright. Get a nice little stretch also through that calf region as well. You might even feel a little bit in the Achilles. If it's feeling like a really uncomfortable strain, please come up higher. Now to change sides, we're going to bring the hands down first. Push through the hands, lift the tailbone, and we slowly adjust over to the other side. So just take your time. This is our first round through. You may notice one side tighter than the other. Bye, Chris. I love it. So just relax, settle in. We're going to do the other side again. Are we ready? Let's push down through the hands. Slowly lift. Just adjust how you need. If you're a yogi, you probably do this without even touching the floor. Definitely don't think I could get up right now. And this time through, it should feel nicer as well. You should notice a nicer stretch. It should definitely feel so much more comfortable. Let's change sides again. This is the last time through. So important for all of us that sit a lot. We cross our legs. We're tired from just doing lots of exercise, lots of wide squats. These are great. It's going to help us with our hip openers in a moment as well, which is awesome. From here, you're going to bring your hands down, come on up, and we're just doing one more wide fold first before we make our way to the floor. So adjust your feet super wide. Let's just see how you feel. I instantly notice a difference. I feel so much looser. So I'm going to explore a bit of a wider position. If you're super wide, you might find that your head will just naturally rest. That's cool. I'm going to reach my hands all the way back behind me. Just breathe. It's super important wherever you are that you're always thinking about your whole body and where you're holding tension. For lots of us, it's really easy to, without even realizing, you're tensing shoulders up towards your ears. You might be clenching your teeth. You might be clenching your fingers. Try and relax all these spaces. You might even find closing your eyes for some of the postures helps as well. Most important thing is to feel relaxed because your body is just going to let go so much faster. You're going to slowly come out of this position. So wherever your hands are, walk them back where you can see them. And you're going to slowly make your way down to the floor. Now this next posture is not pretty. Frog pose. So if you do have only a singular mat and a hard flooring beneath you, I would recommend you to fold your mat over, roll it up, or find something soft to place under your knees. So I'm going to fold my mat up a couple of times. And the trick is with our frog pose is you're going to bring your knees out wide. So bring them as wide as you feel comfortable. And we've already done some adductor work, so this should feel a lot nicer than normal. Cross. You're going to turn your toes out to the side. So the important thing is your knee is in line with your ankle. So a direct line from the knee to the ankle. The toes are turning out to the sides. From here, bring your hands down to the floor as far as you feel comfortable. You might go whole forearm. You might still need to stay up on your hands. There is no right or wrong. And from here, see if you can press your hips back ever so slightly towards your heels. And you should notice a really nice stretch again through that inner thigh region and right in through the front of that hip. Now a little Pmf stretch we're going to do together today is I want you to imagine you're trying to squeeze your thighs together. So try and squeeze your thighs together and then breathe out and relax. See if you can push your hips back a little bit further and hold that there. We're going to try that again. So let's squeeze the thighs together. Breathe in, really squeeze. And let's breathe out and relax. And see if we can adjust the hips back a bit further again. You might adjust your arms as you start to shift your hips back further. Let's do that again. So let's really squeeze, activate the inner thighs, and then exhale, release. And let's guide the hips back. I'm going to try this one more time, everyone. So let's really squeeze, let go, and guide back. And just see where you're at. Assess how you're feeling. I think this is probably the best I've ever gotten in frog pose, to be honest with you. For those of you that have ever done my body balance class, they're not normally this good. Now the best way to get out of frog is to come up onto your hands first. So let's go. Walk hand, hand, and then guide the toes in. So one foot, then the other foot, and then you can slide and bring your knees in. For those of you that had just a mat, unfold it. We're going to come up onto all fours into our horse stance. So hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. I'm going to work through some cat-cow. So let's find cat, rounding the spine. Feel that stretch in between your shoulder blades, and then with cow, we just let everything go. Pull the shoulders back. let the belly hang. You might even sort of wiggle the hips a little. We breathe in, scoop. And breathe out into cow. We're going to work through 2 more breath cycles. So let's breathe in. Feel the height. How much height can you get through that rounded spine? Breathe out, let go. And then 1 more time. And just find neutral. From here, we're going to tuck the toes and come back into our down dog. So we haven't done too much hip opening just yet, but we're about to get there. So from here, from your down dog position, you're going to take your right leg up into your three-legged dog. Nice and high. So important that we keep the shoulders nice and level. So always remember your hands are evenly pressed. You're going to bend your right knee and bring your toes across. So the little starting to open up through the front of the hip. We're going to come straight into our swan. So you're going to guide the leg forward. So keep bringing your right leg forward and let's place the leg down. Now before we do anything at all, I want to try a different technique with you today. You're going to get your front leg, your right leg, and you're going to get your ankle and your knee directly in line. Now normally I do offer the option of here, bringing the leg closer, but I want to try this with you. So I had a bit of a play with swan and I found a bit of a revelation the other day. So find your 90-degree bend, and from here, you're going to roll the hip forward, and if you can, you want to keep the sit bone down. So right sit bone must stay down. So if that means you can't fully lengthen your leg, that's okay. Normally in body balance, what I do is I tell you to roll completely. Don't do that today. I just want you to try this and see if you feel success through the back of the hip. So you should get a stretch through the glute of the right side. If you need to, you can always bring your back knee in a bit closer. That might actually help you bring your chest down further and get a deeper stretch. We really want to concentrate on stretching through the glutes. For many of us, that can be really tight. Sometimes you can get referred pain from being really, really tight in your deep glute muscles. Just really soften your breathing, relax your shoulders. Just watch that you're not really tensing through your front foot either. Often we try to pull the foot back and add tension. Just relax the foot. You might even bring your head all the way down. And as you start to loosen as well, you might find that the back leg might extend back a bit further, which will just deepen that stretch more. It's really important that that sitting bone is anchored, super glued down tight. And from here, let's walk the hands back. You're going to bring the foot in. You're going to push yourself up onto your hands, come up onto your knees, back into your horse stance, and then find down dog. The transition isn't as elegant, but definitely a better stretch. Let me know at the end if you agree. We're going to do the other side now. So let's take our left leg up into our three-legged dog, and we bend the knee and pull the toes across. Again, our shoulders are nice and level. We want even pressure through both of our hands for support. We're going to guide our leg through. So left leg comes through. So placing the foot down. Again, you want your ankle and your knee in line. I'm going to come 90-90 first, just to make sure I'm comfortable. It's a lot harder to see on this side. But you'll see how my hip bone's down, so I'm not letting it roll up off the floor, off my mat. And then coming down. You might find one side's looser than the other. This is definitely my better side, so I can straight away adjust the leg back. So you can still have a successful full swan, but the position is just a little different. So we're not coming so much from a yoga place, we're coming more into practical stretching position, so we can really feel the stretch where we want it. It should feel really good as well. At any time it feels too much, please come up higher. Really soften and settle into your breath. Never be a stressful time stretching. It should be a really nice reward for your body. And here we walk the hands back. Bring your back leg in. Push up through your hands. Come back to your horse stance. And from here, we tuck the toes and come back to our down dog. You might like to pedal through your feet. Just be aware of how you're feeling, especially down the back of your body. Our next focus point is going to be through our hamstrings, so just ensuring that we get right into the back of our legs. So from here, I'm going to get you to bring your knees back down. We're going to flip over and roll over onto our backs. So you're going to roll over onto your back, little rock side to side. So we want to just massage through the spine first. You might do little circles one way and the other. We're going to release lower back first, and then we're going to focus on our hamstrings. So what I want you to do is, before we even do our lower back stretch, we're going to do a fun little pose called banana. So what you're going to do is lengthen your arms and legs out, and it doesn't matter which way you go first, but you're going to scoot your feet over one way, and then you're going to move your arms up and around the other way. So you're C-curving your body as much as you can. So you're going to feel a stretch, so the longer side of your body, that's where you're going to get a stretch under your armpit, down the lateral side of your body, so down the side. Through the intercostal muscles, you might even feel it through your QL a little bit. You might even feel it through your hips a little bit. You can stack the arms, and you can even cross your legs. I don't know if I look like a banana. I really don't think I do. Everyone's going to be in a different posture. It's really important to keep your shoulders down in this one. You might not be able to have both of your arms completely down on the floor. That's okay. It's kind of a little fun one. And then come back to center. We're going to do the other side. So let's start with the feet first. So move the feet over one way. Just make sure you're comfortable before you then move your arms. You may notice one side you get more movement than the other. That in realising, you will notice a nice stretch around that chest shoulder region as well. Whole point of the exercise too, I promise. Just really settle into your breathing. You can cross the ankles over as well to make an added little stretch down the side of the body. I'm going to come back into center. Bring your knees back into your chest. And let's add that little rock side to side. So what you're going to do is, keeping your legs stacked today, you're going to roll them over and just ensure that you keep your knees and your hips stacked. I'm going to start without bringing our arms together, stacking the shoulders together. Just like we did last week, we're going to open up our top arm. Whichever side you're facing, doesn't matter. I'm going to focus on that opening up through the chest. Now, I've already found doing the banana and doing all of our mobility work at the start's already got my arm moving a fair way back today. And this is normally my really tight shoulder as well. Beautiful. You can bring your hand all the way down to the floor. I am super jealous. I'm going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let's bring the hand back. And like we did last week, we're going to sweep the arm up and over. So you're going to take the arm up and around, and then back in. Almost like you're doing a little bit of snow angel in reverse. Like imagine you're in the snow and you're trying to make a little circle over your head and then back. So just going to work with the breath. So just work with your own breath. Just be really mindful that your bottom shoulder stays anchored. And then we don't lose our hips stacking either. So I'm going to do one more, everybody. And then from here, just see if you can bring those shoulders down. So now you'll notice that your hips will move out of placement. That's okay. From here, you're just going to roll the top hip away from your rib cage. If you'd like a little bit more, extend your bottom leg and keep your top leg bent. Just slide that leg across. And I like to gently push down the leg. You might like to extend the leg. Just really settle into your breathing, relax your eyes. I always like to close my eyes whenever I'm doing any lying stretching. I just find that it helps me relax my shoulders and even the jawline. You don't even realise how tense you can sometimes be around your teeth. I'm going to bring our legs together. So let's stack the legs together and roll them back into centre. I'm going to do everything on the other side. So let's roll to the side. Most importantly, we want to stack our legs. I'm going to face you so you can see me. So we're going to stack our knees, our hips, our ankles. Ensure your bottom shoulder is comfortable. So you may need to just wriggle, make sure you're comfortable. Hands are stacked. From here, we open our top arm again. And just assess how different one side is to the other. Are you fairly symmetrical in your range of movement today? I'm pleasantly surprised. I am actually. And just soften your shoulder, opening up through the chest. I'm going to slowly bring that hand back together and we sweep the arm up and over. So up and over. Go as far as you can and then return back. So start small. Really important that you start small. Work with the breath. It's always better to start small and do more rather than be forceful and do less. Movement is medicine for our bodies, and the more that we just gently persuade our muscles to lengthen, the longer we'll keep that mobility for as well. Sometimes if you do a really, really sharp stretch that's not held for as long, your body goes into that shock of, oh my goodness, I have to lengthen, and then you'll find that you might seize up again just as quickly as when you stretched. So it's really important to just move with the body. The body kind of doesn't even know that you're stretching right now. You're just moving around and just exploring where you can go. I'll do a couple more here, everyone. So you can get all the way around. And on your final one, you are going to go all the way around. So if you need to turn your torso to get there, that's fine. So just anchor the shoulders down. You're going to lengthen your bottom leg and have your top leg still bent. It's a little bit of a different technique to what we normally do to get into our twists. Our top hips rolling away from the hips. You can always lengthen your top leg if that feels like a better stretch for you. Always thinking about opening up through the collarbones and softening the shoulders. Feeling the knuckles resting on the floor. Feeling your forearms and your elbows down. That'll give you a really good indication that you're nice and open through your chest. And from here, we're going to just stack our legs together and then roll back to center. Let's find that little rock. We're going to quickly do hamstrings, and then we're also going to quickly do neck and shoulders. So we're going to take our legs up, holding onto the back of the legs. You're going to gently pull your toes back towards you, and then you're going to point your toes back. Feel that stretch through the front of the shins and feet. Just Relax your feet and guide your legs towards you. So let's pull towards us. Let's point. Let's relax. Guide your legs towards you. So just focus on staying nice and relaxed. Point toes. Find neutral. Guide legs towards you. So as you get more mobile, take hold of your legs a little higher. Flex. Point. Find neutral. Do two more. And this is something you can just do in bed of a morning. You don't want to get up if it's too cold outside. I must say, in this room today, it does feel warmer than my bed. It feels so good. After your last one, just see where you get to. Very impressive. I can see some really good mobility there. Well done. Bring your knees to chest. We're going to C-curve and roll up. So let's find a comfortable position. And from here, we're going to just focus on taking the arm up and over. So take your right arm up and over. Keep your elbow in nice and close. And we're just going to take the eye gaze to the knee. So this is my favourite stretch. You all know this. Eye gaze to the knee. And then see if you can take your eye gaze to your shoulder. And if you feel okay, try and take your eye gaze behind you. Think higher and just further past the shoulder. So you'll notice that stretch comes higher up through the neck. And see, I'm changing the sequence and ordering a tiny bit. Having a bit of a play. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to come all the way back to center. You're going to take your right hand down and place it down on the floor. So whole hand down if you can, or fist if you have little T-Rex arms like I have. Lift nice and tall and bring your left ear to your shoulder. You might instantly notice you get more movement because we did go through our other neck stretch first. You may not. I want you to let me know at the end of class what you think. If you'd like a little bit extra, your hand gently pushes down. It's almost like a gentle tap. Just take a gentle breath in. As we breathe out, let's slowly take a hand off and come back to center. Well done. One side done, let's do the other. So you're going to take your left arm up, over and behind now. So we're nice and tall. Keep your elbow as close to your shoulder as you can. And let's just take the eye gaze to the knee first. So rather than turning the head, we just want to look with our eyes. It's a really challenging thing to do for many of us. If you get a tiny bit of movement, that's okay. Take your eye gaze to your shoulder. If you can, over your shoulder. Soften into your breathing. Taking a breath in. As we breathe out, we release. Bringing your hand under your shoulder, so left hand right under the shoulder. If you can push the whole hand down, fantastic. If not, I definitely can't. You're going to just sit nice and tall and bring ear, shoulder. You may notice this side's better, this side's a little stiffer. You can use your spare hand as assistance to give you a little bit more stretch. But if you're already getting enough of a stretch without your hand, you really don't need to add the hand. Yeah. Just going to come slowly back to our seated position. So hand off, relax. Roll the shoulders. How do you feel? That's class done. That's gone so fast today. I hope you all enjoyed. Please, if you've got any comments, questions or feedback, please comment in the chat functions. If you enjoyed the sequence of stretches, I did reverse some of our sequences today just to see how your body's responded, because sometimes doing things one way doesn't work for everybody. So I'd love to know what your thoughts were. We're still going to be continuing some of our online classes, even though the gym will be opening next week for some reduced capacity classes and PT. So I'll be seeing you all next week still. Yay. So thank you. If you've got any comments, anything else you'd like to see, let me know.